Welcome to The Waters Between, a podcast about connection, community, and the power of giving in the Waccamaw region of South Carolina. I'm Mike Mancuso, the president and CEO of the Waccamaw Community Foundation, and excited to be your host as we navigate philanthropy in the waters between. The name Waccamaw comes from the Waccamaw Indian people, the original stewards of this land and water. The word is believed to mean both coming and going waters, and between the waters, a reflection of the rivers and the tides that shape not only our geography, but our way of life. At the Waccamaw Community Foundation, we believe philanthropy should flow just like these waters, connecting people and places, bridging needs and resources, and sustaining our communities for generations to come. This podcast flows from that mission. In each episode, we'll dive into the stories of local nonprofits, community leaders, and everyday people who are making a difference through giving, service, and collaboration. Whether you're a donor, a volunteer, or just someone who cares about the place we call home, we invite you to join us as we explore the waters between. Welcome to the Waters Between podcast. I'm Mike Mancuso, and I'm happy to be your host here today. This episode is titled Leadership That Ripples Through a Community. And I'd like to introduce you to our guest today. First, Ryan Grace, the Executive Director of the Boys and Girls Club.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Thanks for being here.
Yes,
appreciate it. And Mark Lazarus, he's the board chair of the Boys and Girls Club and also the president of Lazarus Entertainment Group. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
So the story is about what happens when you invest in leadership and how the investment flows back through the community. So we're gonna sit with these folks and kind of walk through Ryan's trip through a leadership training course that the Waccamaw Community Foundation was able to help him to do. So Ryan, I'd like to ask you a couple questions. Can you tell us before attending the program, what were your biggest leadership challenges you were facing in your role?
My biggest challenge in my role was a balance. You accept the role as a CEO and you understand what it entails, but you don't really know what all you have to put into to make the organization successful. And so, you want to do a good job, but you have so many things going on and you don't know where to start. So that was my biggest challenge, where to start, what to do, how to do it, and everything that comes along with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and that's you're spot on. I think anybody that walks into that leadership role, automatically there's just so much going on.
Yeah.
It's like, where do I start first, and how do I keep these balls moving while I'm doing this? So yes, absolutely. So, what made you say yes to the opportunity to attend the training?
Well, one, I wanted more training. I wanted more people around me that knew what I was dealing with and what I was going through. And I got a lot of support, but I think that this training was going to just basically enhance my skills. And so I saw the outline, the coursework and everything, and I knew that it was perfect for what I was dealing with.
Tell us a little bit about the school itself. I know it's at Francis Mary University. Can you tell us a little bit about the program itself?
Well, it was at actually Dollar Moore School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we went out there for once a month, every Thursday and Friday. We spent basically the whole day going through different sessions, and basically, it touched on different things that nonprofit leaders have to deal with. And I was able to meet a lot of different CEOs and a lot of different organizations. And what made me realize was, hey, I wasn't the only one going through the things I was going through, and then there was help, and then there was ways to deal with things too. Yeah.
What were some of the biggest things that came out in that training, especially with the other folks that you were with? What are the top 2 or 3 low-hanging fruit that everybody needs to get better at?
Fundraising. Fundraising, and the realization that every organization is not the same. Just because it's nonprofit, that does not mean that your organization have to run like mine. And that was the biggest thing, and adjusting to, your environment. And it just helped us just open our eyes to just so much more and so much help that's out there.
So tell me a little bit about the group itself. So how many folks were in the class? And
there were about 20 people in the class, and it was made up of staff from different organizations, CEOs, and even board members. So it was a collective group. So you got perspectives from all different sides.
All right.
Yeah.
What was one of the number one biggest learning or aha from the moments there? You know,
The
something you didn't expect.
Well, the biggest moment that I had was, I sat in between two different ladies, right? One was a CEO of a nonprofit that she started. The other one was a staff in a nonprofit organization, and between us, there were three different, three different opinions, three different perspectives. And so while me being a CEO, I'm thinking one way, she's thinking one way, and she's thinking one way. I was able to link all of them together and be more compassionate to everybody's needs because we worked together a whole lot. And so, there were situations that we were put in that we are put in every day at work, and just basically conflict resolution, negotiations, how to market, how to fundraise, and just how to just not please everybody, but how to work in a better cohesive environment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, for sure. Well, I'm glad you were able to get that out of the program. Any challenges in doing the program for you?
There really weren't any challenges. Of course, you still have your job. So basically, they did give us space to handle any needs that we needed to as far as work-wise. So if I needed to step out for a second, we were able to do that. But you really didn't want to step out because the courses were so good, you didn't want to miss anything. But there really weren't any challenges. It was made easy for us. The facilitators were great, all sessions were great, and it just really helped me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many classes were there? I thought I'd seen about 11 different sessions.
Yeah, sometimes different months had maybe 3 sessions in the month, but yeah, there were about 11, 12 different sessions that we did, yeah.
So Mark, tell me what you think the impact is of Ryan going through this training on the Boys and Girls Club.
I think it's huge. I'm a big advocate of continuing education. Even in our group, Lazarus Entertainment Group, we have yearly sessions at the association that everybody goes to classes and learns. You can never learn too much. You learn something new every day, I believe. So you're never too educated to not learn something else. So I think it was a great opportunity, great offer by the Waccamaw Foundation to back Ryan in doing that. And I've already seen a difference in Ryan from it. I just think he's when he's came back through it and he's been through the sessions, he feels more confident about what he's doing. He understands it more, understands what his role really is. And I think that really gave him the confidence to really move forward in what he's doing. And it's been a great, great success for him so far.
Great. Well, one of the reasons our board decided to do this is we kept seeing opportunity for one in our nonprofit sector, but we also saw a lot of folks being kind of stepping into the roles as president and CEOs of their organizations that they've been doing a lot of things in their lifetime and at the organization, but not running the business of the organization, and wanted to be able to give an opportunity to show the kind of how the sausage is made.
Right.
And I'm glad it sounds like it's really been a positive. So tell me one thing that maybe has changed at the Boys and Girls Club since you've gone through the training.
Well, I can tell you board meetings go a lot easier now.
Oh, tell me more about that.
Well, there was a session on board governance, basically how to work a board, how to work with your board, how to lead your board, how to guide your board. And, I was taking a lot of direction from the board. And so now I'm more upfront telling them what I need and how to go forward with things. And I think that's been making the difference for us in our organization as well. Like Mark said, he feels like I'm more confident now. I feel the confidence and I exhume the confidence and they trust me now with, not that they didn't trust me before, but now I can tell, hey, if I say it, they're going to run with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and I think you hit the nail on the head. The core success of most nonprofits lies between the relationship and the leader and the board.
Yeah.
And it is so important to make sure you've got a strong board. The board is informed and you're really helping them get to the next level,
Right.
as well as them helping you get to the next level.
Right.
And it's a symbiotic relationship for sure.
Yeah, and it definitely has been that for sure.
Yeah.
When Mark brought the opportunity to me, he's been one of my biggest advocates since I've been in the role, and he's always for me, growing and just encouraging me to do more and be better. And so I definitely appreciate that, Mark.
Great.
Definitely.
Thank you. Welcome.
What would you recommend to other nonprofit leaders in our region here about taking these next steps?
About taking the class?
Yeah.
I would definitely encourage it. You will learn so much from those classes. You will not only learn much, but you will be connected with people that will be resources probably for your whole career. And just things that you did not know that it even existed in South Carolina. And so it was just the biggest help. I exchanged so much information. And again, I'm looking to put those practices to use and just connecting with more people through the networks that I made at the classes. Yeah.
So, Mark, from a board perspective, you've already said you've seen a difference in Ryan. Tell me a little bit more from the board side of what this now feels like. We talked a little bit about board meetings and the interactions between you guys.
Sure.
What are you seeing from your seat?
Well, it's exactly what you said a minute ago. Ryan's always been an executive director at other clubs and at other organizations, but never a real CEO. So, and we knew that coming in, and we have some very experienced CEO type people on our board, so we knew we could help him along the way. But this opportunity to get to send him to this class just took it to another level, what we couldn't do in a classroom setting, basically. You can just see the difference in the way he approaches fundraising now, the way he approaches our board meetings and prepared for the board meetings with his monthly reports, the way he prepares for his staff and the staff reports is just, it's a different perspective. And like I said, a lot more confidence because he really learned a lot. So he really feels comfortable in what he's doing. And the other side of it that he's still learning that he knows is the business side of it, the financial side of it, learning our finances, our P&Ls and all that. So he'll continue to learn and we'll continue to support him in those efforts. But been great progress and it's shown at the board level and it's shown at the club level of what we've been able to do, where we were a struggling club. Well, we're coming out of that, and with Ryan's leadership, it's because of that, and we're very thankful for that.
So what's changed outside of that day-to-day management with the board and yourself? What's changed in the club? What? Yeah,
the average daily attendance.
Yeah,
Yeah, we are packed. I think when I first got here it was around 120, 125. We're about 165 a day.
Wow.
And I'm speaking loosely because we had a meeting this morning and I think it's gone up from that. So we have over 200 kids enrolled.
Wow.
I mean, even the programs that we brought into the club as far as the feeding programs and the different educational programs and just the level of staff that we have, the people more qualified to dealing with the type of children that we are serving now. It's just been better. And again, and that's equipped me to deal with staff. And to deal with, our donors, our volunteers, and honestly, just to seek the help that I did not want to seek before, and to learn how to delegate and have that balance. And just like they trust me, I have to trust my staff as well.
Yep, absolutely. There's a lot of moving parts.
There's a lot of moving parts.
Yep.
Yeah.
And again, we work with a lot of nonprofits, and I see a lot of these struggles on a daily basis. With boards especially, my favorite line from one CEO was, he's recruiting for his board meet, and I said, what are you telling them when you're trying to recruit? Oh, you only have to come 4 times a year, and it's only an hour, and I'm like, oh, stop, that's not it.
They even touched on that in the class, how to recruit for your board,
Yep.
as far as vetting somebody, it was a lot with that too. And I was like, yeah, I'm definitely taking this back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. Board management is an art. And I'm glad you're connected to others in the industry now,
Right.
because there's so much to learn from other folks that are doing it and have done it. And it's evolving.
Yes.
Technology by itself is bringing challenges to the
Yeah.
nonprofit world for
Right.
sure. I have to ask, in the class, did they touch on AI at all?
Not a lot, not a whole lot, not a whole lot.
That seems to be, as I'm looking at newer leadership programs, especially in the nonprofit sector, is there's all of a sudden a lot of layered in AI tools that nonprofits can take advantage of.
Yeah.
Just curious if that had come up.
Yeah, not a whole lot, not a whole lot,
Okay.
yeah.
First of all, thank you guys for being with us today. I want to give you a few minutes to just talk about the club and tell everybody the work you're doing here in the community.
Well, our club is located on 1000 Dunbar Street, right in the heart of Myrtle Beach community. We are open from 2 to 6 o'clock every day. We have 165 kids daily. We feed our kids a healthy snack, a hot meal every day. Our kids get that every day. You know, they get homework help. We cover 5 core areas, which is education being the most important, character, health and life skills, sports, fitness and recreation, and the arts. And we do these through different programming throughout the week, like Passport to Manhood, Smart Girls, Smart Moves, Money Matters, and a lot of different other programs that we have. We even have parenting programs that we do with our parents and different programs for them to come out too. And, we have to keep kids off the street during the summertime, not even on the summertime, during the school year, Myrtle Beach has the new curfew. And so a lot of our kids were, out past curfew. So we started midnight basketball. And basically every Saturday we are open. We keep our kids in the building from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. and we feed them. That's been going well in this pack. Not only that, when school is out, we are still in because we want our kids still to be able to be served. We don't want parents to make the choice to say whether either I'm gonna stay home or go to work and miss a day's pay. So we stay open during things like spring break and other holidays as well. This summer, we're going to be open from 7:30 in the morning till 6 o'clock in the evening. We'll have the kids all day, serving them breakfast, lunch, and a snack as well. Not only that, our education programs will continue because we want to keep our kids on grade level when they go back to school. Statistically, Boys and Girls Club kids are, I'm going to say it, smarter than everybody else because they get the help that some kids just don't get. Our kids' grades are better than those who don't attend Boys and Girls Club. The attendance is better in school with Boys and Girls Club kids because if they don't go to school, they don't come to Boys and Girls Club. There are fewer referrals that they get to the office as far as behavior referrals that our kids get versus the other kids in the school. So that lets me know that our systems work and we are making an impact in the community. And we're needed. We are really needed in the community because, I'm a club kid. I'm a product of it. And again, we just want to be able to sustain and to serve the kids we have, but not only just the kids we have, more kids. And we want to expand. And we're doing that every day.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mark, anything to add?
That was a mouthful there, Ryan. That's excellent. But yeah, that's why we're here. And that's why, my passion to be on the board and be part of what's going on there. We serve the community. We serve a part of the community that needs it. And we're thriving. We're doing great. And to see the kids, to show them that there's more to the world and more to their future than what they may see sometimes at home or on the streets is a positive influence. That's a positive influence for our community.
Correct.
So I think it's just an awesome thing that we're doing. We can't thank the Waccamaw Community Foundation
Definitely.
enough for your support and help, and not just financially, but the resources that you provide, just like Ryan being able to attend a CEO class at Francis Marion University, Dolph Moore School there. It's a great opportunity. So we're proud to be part of that, and we want to make y'all proud.
Yep. Well, you do make us proud, and we appreciate all the hard work and what you're doing for our community. So thank you so much, and thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for definitely having me.
All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Thank you all for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed the podcast, and we'll be looking for the next episode soon. At the Waccamaw Community Foundation, we believe that building sustainable philanthropy isn't just about funding programs. It's about investing in people. Because when leaders grow, organizations grow. And when organizations grow, our entire community moves forward.